Hello guys, we cannot end 2024 without talking about the markets. No. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience with the markets, where I started, and the markets I've attended, lessons I have learned, what worked, and eventually, by the end of this video, give you a sneak peek of what to expect in 2025. So welcome back if it's not your first time here, and thank you for subscribing and always watching my videos. Welcome to this channel if it is your first time. Please remember to subscribe. My name is Wamoyo and this is Yanli Gifts. So let's get into the market. So I started doing markets in May this year. And my first market was at the Hub. And it was a 2 days market, Saturday and Sunday. I booked for Saturday and I also booked half a table. Reason being, I had no clue about market. I had no idea what to expect. And secondly, I booked half a table because I had very little inventory. I could not fill a table by myself. Please make sure to watch my playlist on markets after this video. There is so much about all the markets I have attended. I've shared more about the markets and what I have learned in each market, so I won't go into details on that. The second market I did was July at the Junction Mall and a Karen flea market. Now, by this time, I had met Karen during the Pick and Knit season 3. We had shared our ideas about the crochet and knitters community. My only agenda for this community is markets, monetizing your craft, being able to find markets and make sales and get a return on your craft, your investments and everything. So we talked a bit about it, and so from July we worked together on the markets. We also formed what we call crochet and knit market, so that we are able to negotiate as a unit with markets or other people who organize markets to be able to bring our crochet and knitting items. One thing that we did agree on is that we want to do this as a community. So crocheters and knitters, we take time to build our inventory. That's number one. Number two, it's not something that has been very big on pop-up markets, so the uptake is still very low. And number three, there's so many people who had no idea how to start getting into the pop-up market, or they felt that they have too little to get into the pop-up markets, therefore not worth paying for the space. And we thought, if we bring all these people together, all of us come as a community, the person with the 10 items and the person with 30 items, we all put our items together, then we build each other in terms of marketing, in terms of being able to have more reach, because each one of us will come with their own clientele, maybe from social media or people who know you when you market, but together we can pull a big clientele base, and you have a platform where you can showcase your products, what you do, and start putting your brand out there. So that's what I really wanted to do, and this I began in the beginning of the year by creating a WhatsApp group. So July, we were at the Junction. We negotiated with Karen Flea Market to give us a space where we come as a community, and they agreed. on terms that if they were not going to be happy in July, they were not going to let us come back as a community. But thank God that this relationship has been so fruitful over the year. We've worked with Karen Flea Market since July to December. So thank you so much, Karen Flea Market. The entire team from Esther and the entire team of Karen Flea Market, we say thank you for the support you have shown to us, for being so accommodative of us. I don't think we would have made the mileage we've made this year if you did not open your doors, accept us, and be very accommodative of us. So thank you so much. From July, the next market was in September. In September, we went to the market at Sarit Center, and this was under the Kenya Quilting Guild community. Another community that welcomed us like this, held us so close to their heart, gave us a space and gave us all the support. Amber, I want to say thank you to the team as well. The entire community of Kenya Quilt Guild. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. So at Sarit Center, it was an indoor market. At the junction in July, it was an outdoor market. So we had both experiences of being indoors at Sarit Center with AC, having not to pack your things in the evening and cover them up, but just have somebody close the door and wow, again, in the playlist. From September, I did a market on my own at Lava Latte, and this was under a small NGO that is involved in menstrual health, menstrual hygiene, and menstrual dignity. And that was in October. It was a small community event. It drew people from the church who were doing paint and worship, and then they had the market, which again was drawn mainly from their supporters. And this was at Lava Latte on State House Road. So far, I hope you're taking note of the locations. We've moved from the hub. We've gone to Junction, Sarit Center. We're now at Lava Latte opposite the big White House, State House. After October, November, I did so many markets. Oh my God. It started with the junction on the first weekend of November and a Karen Flea Market. And then on 22nd of November, I was with the East African Women's League, where I am a member. So it was our craft fair event, and I was able to have a table there as a member. This one is not open to public, so I basically just got the opportunity because I'm a member of East African Women's League. And then on 30th of November, I was at Kenya Museum Community at Kenya Museum, the main museum at Museum Hill. Now, this market was by application only. I applied both for me as an individual and also for the Crochet and Knitters Market. However, the Crochet and Knitters Market was declined, but I got an opportunity as an individual. So I went. When I decided to go as an individual is because I thought I'll get an opportunity to meet the organizers and explain to them further about the Crochet and Knitters Market so that next year they can give us an opportunity. Of which they told me they do not take groups, they take individuals because they have limited space and they also have a huge number of interested people to participate. So I was very fortunate to get the opportunity, but this is not a market that will accommodate crochet and knitters community. You only have to apply as an individual. So those are 3 markets in 1 month. And then the last market was in December 15th, mid-December, again under Karen Flea Market at the Junction Mall. So we've had so many markets. I think we've had most of the markets this year with Karen Flea Market. and the rest have been with other places. Those are the markets that I've done in the year 2024. So now let's go to what worked. The things that worked, I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that worked for me. And the first one is I was able to expand my reach beyond my social media. When I started doing the sales of my craft, I started it on my Facebook and Instagram. I didn't even have an Instagram for Yanli Gifts. So I would reach my friends and a few of their friends. So with doing pop-up markets, I was able to expand my reach beyond my social media following. My clientele has grown very, very much since May. The second thing that has worked, you know this thing we keep saying, what you ordered versus what you received? So the second thing that has worked for me with pop-ups is that people who had an interest in purchasing my craft, but they had reservations because they don't know how my work looks, they can't touch it, they can't see the kind of finish. You know, the photos can tell you a different story, but when you get to engage with the real item, then you get to see much more. So people who had reservations because they would like to feel the yarn and feel it, they would like to see the finishing, they would like to see the real item, were able to come to the markets and interact with my products. And I realized that most of the people who used to comment, I would like one, but would never come to buy. Oh, I'm going to make sure I order something, but would never order. After they showed up in the markets, they ordered and they bought. The third thing that worked for me is that I was able to know, or I have been able to know what people want. Since I started this craft, I make things that I like. I make things that I think you will like. I make things that are trending. I make things that I think you need. But with the pop-up markets, I was able to interact with the potential clients and understand exactly what people want, what people need, what would work for them, what colors do they prefer, what yarn do they like, should it be light, should it be heavy, should it be this, sizes and everything. So the pop-up markets have given me an opportunity to get that feedback from the clients, which has been so helpful because have you guys seen my tables at the market? They look like a supermarket. Bags, as in there is nothing you can't find. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But I am all over making everything. But with the pop-up market, I've been able to now listen, get the feedback, and know where to invest more of my time, what products to make. As I make other things that make me happy, other things that I think that you might like, other things that I want to entice you with, I know what you need. This one was a big one. Being exposed to the market and also doing the market as a community. I have gotten an opportunity to learn from others. You know, that those things that you're trying to learn by yourself, but somebody has a solution for them. My fellow knitters and crocheters, when we have the markets, we tend to interact with each other's products. And you get to know where good suppliers are. You get to know better stitches you can use for your products, probably better than what you have used. Basically learning from each other and being each other's support system. That has been, I think, the biggest gain for me in the market. The markets have also helped me in pricing. When you're selling your things online, there are costs that you really don't incur. For example, if you're only selling your things online through your social media, you don't incur the cost of a market subscription fee. You do not incur the cost of display items. You do not incur the cost of transporting things to the market. You do not incur that cost. And therefore, my very first market, I went to the market with the prices that I had for social media sales. And with the community, I have realized that pricing your products best from the word go, so that you're able to fit in markets and you're also able to sell online. Very important. I think that should have been a lesson, but it is what worked for me also. Wow. So those are the things that worked for me. Now I want us to go to the lessons. The lessons are many, and these are lessons that you should take a pen and paper and learn from them. List them down as you plan your 2025 markets. Lesson number 1, pricing. Now that I know I'll be doing more pop-ups, and now that you're thinking about doing more pop-ups or starting to do more pop-ups or starting to do pop-ups, price your products to fit the market, the pop-up market. Because if you have one price on your social media and when you go to the market, that price shoots up so high, you're going to be losing out on clients. So price your products in a way that you're able to sell when you're not on the market online, and you're also able to sell at the market and be able to cater for your extra costs. That's number 1. Number 2, I have learned that I don't have to make everything. Like I said, my table looks like a supermarket. Kutoka sufuria, karai, washing machine, jiko, microwave, sukari, idomine, viazi, sukuma wiki, kila kitu. I have learned that I don't have to make everything to fit a market. Or I don't have to take everything to every market. Actually, let me put it that way. I have learned that I don't have to take everything I make to every market. But it's also good if you can not to make everything. With the feedback from the clients in what worked, I got to know more of what people want. And therefore, in 2025, there are some things that I'll be dropping. However, I think I will still want to experience new items, new designs, new things. And therefore, I might still find myself making things that are quite many. But the best lesson is I don't have to take everything to every market. I can choose, for example, a niche. I can say in my market, I'll be going with a niche. Or I will be going with a season theme. In that case, for example, to help you understand what I'm saying, let's say it's summer season. I don't need to bring everything I have made. I can decide, since it's summer season, people will be looking for things that are fit to go to the beach, that are fit for the hot season, that are fit for, just the season. And then I will take that to the market. I will bring you things that are fit for that season. That's what I mean. Lesson number 3. Display, display, display. Yani, I have struggled with display. Jesus. Every market is a learning market on display. And this is what I learned. When you're going to buy display items, there are things that will be consistent or you can use in each and every market. But there are things that you can't use in each and every market. Let me give an example. I actually left out one market in, I think it was December. We went to Baubox. Yeah. So December we had two markets. I'll give an example. You all have seen this mesh wire that I hung at the Junction Mall. And I use it to display my beanies, my bags, and my scarves. There are two places that wire did not work. At the Sarit Center and also at the Baubox. And therefore, the lesson that I have learned and I want to share with you is, when you're investing in display items, think beyond one market, because every pop-up market has a different setup. Shop for things that can be used in many setups, indoors and outdoors. Lesson 2 from display. If your products are not well displayed, Aki, you will lose sales. You will. I would confidently say that I have lost sales in some markets because of that supermarket looking table, where people did not get to see everything, or they came, stood in front of my table, and it was a headache. They were confused. They didn't know what, where. You need, or I need to get display that even showcases how to wear and how to use my product. That has been a huge lesson, and every market has been quite a task to set up. For those people we go to markets with, they know they set up, they finish, I'm still there struggling because yes, 2025 I have to be better. Lesson number 4. Another big lesson. I'll say location and frequency. Looking at how I did the markets in 2024, from May to December, you will see that from September, I kept increasing the frequency. November, there were 3, and December, there were 2. Let me first address the issue of location. I would say when I went to the Hub as my first market, it was good, but I was told that Sundays are better. For the Hub, if you're there on a Saturday, you're just letting people know that you're there. But majority of the people flow to the Hub, or the traffic flows to the Hub on a Sunday. And that is what is unique about the Hub. Let's go to Junction. Junction was a good marketplace, or is a good marketplace. And we've done, I think, 4 markets at the Junction. And we found Junction quite good because, number 1, that's the place where we have a 3-day market. Every market we go to is a 3-day. And it's usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fridays, the traffic is low. Saturday and Sunday, the traffic is usually good. We're still on location. Let's go to Sarit Center. We did Sarit Center under the Quilt Guild, and the location where the markets happen at the Sarit Center, the big market, is at the Expo Center, which is separate or independent from the mall. So people visiting the mall have to make a deliberate action to go to the Expo Center. And the marketing of what is happening at the Expo Center, especially when it's a market, has to be done so well so that it captures the traffic in the mall. Otherwise, the traffic in the mall has no clue what is going on at the Expo Center. The advantage we had is that Kenya Quilt Guild had done wonderful marketing. And therefore, people coming to see and experience their exhibition were or formed our clientele. Otherwise, if we were there as crocheters and knitters only, hey, way, it would have been a different story. The next location that I went to by myself was at Lava Latte. That is opposite the big White House, the State House. Zero traffic. So I had to do so much marketing on social media, and the people who were there for worship, paint and worship, were the clients that we had. We had very little walk-ins, and the location is also not accessible by matatu. So if you're not driving, you either take a boda or take an Uber to come there. The other location I went to was Kenya Museum. The location is accessible by Uber, accessible by matatu, and it's not a popular location, but we had huge traffic. The other location we went to was Baobox, and Baobox market relies on Baobox guests or visitors or the people who come to the restaurant. Baobox is in between Westlands and Spring Valley, somewhere there. Accessible by matatus, but well accessible by private means. And if you're coming for the market there, it's a restaurant, so you can combine that with a day out with a family or just a day out with yourself. You can have a meal, a drink, and shop. So the location is good. It gives the vibes. It's an ideal Sunday get out thing. In summary, these are the most important things to consider when picking a market location. Number one is how accessible is it by everyone. By this I mean accessible by people who are using public means and accessible by people who are using private means. Wanasema wamepotea kwa Google? No. Number two is the traffic that flows to the location. If it is a mall, is the market on the days that have high traffic or low traffic? Or does that mall have good foot traffic? Remember, you're paying for this market. Number three, the layout of the location. Indoors versus outdoors. If it is outdoors, are you being provided with a shade? If it is indoors, what's the location of that indoor? Is it easily accessible? Are people aware? Remember what I told you about Sarit Center? The Expo Center requires a lot of marketing. So those are, to me, the most important, but you can add yours in the comment section. Tafadhali. Now, we've addressed location. Let's address frequency. Well, let me tell you guys, you've seen how many markets I've done since May and how many markets we've done as a community since May. Towards the end of the year, it was month after month after month. The frequency increased. It's also the frequency in how you as a vendor are vending. May, July, August, September, October, November, December, and some months, 3 markets, 2 markets. The frequency also determines whether you're going to sell or not sell. Why? If you've noticed, most of the markets I've attended are in the same location and the frequency is month after month. And it means I'm not even giving people who frequent the location a break. I'm also there month after month, meaning I'm showcasing the same items they saw last month, this month, and next month. It also means that I'm not giving myself time to create new items. And it means that I'm putting myself under a lot of pressure. And let me be honest with you, by December, I had serious burnout from so many markets, the demand to create new items. During this market, I also get custom orders, and I have to do all this and show up in a market next month, and in some months show up 2 or 3 times. So for frequency, what I would like to share with you, the lesson I learned is that space your market for 2 reasons. One, so that you have enough time to create new products or to increase your inventory, to have a variety of colors, or to even have enough to sell. Imagine walking to the market with one top, one beanie, one scarf, one, like just one of each item. That market is not going to be good for you because customers want to see a variety in terms of colors or products. The other reason why you should space your market is also so that you give your potential clients and your clients time to also be able to come back and buy. Most of the times, the clients that come to your market or buy from you are most probably the same people that saw your products the other month, because they have already interacted with it, they've fallen in love with it, they like it, they're coming back for something new. And if you're not spacing your markets, you don't either have the something new or they don't have the time because they don't have the money because your markets are too close to each other. So for those 2 reasons, be careful with how frequent you having markets. Last lesson, your host. Who's hosting the market? Okay. Do your background check about who's hosting the market. How they do their marketing, how accommodative they are, and basically how supportive they are of marketers. I do not have bad experience with all the hosts. These are lessons that I have learned that will help you in choosing your markets next year. For current flea market, we've had so much amazing support. I remember the first market it rained. We spoke to them. They found solutions to that. They have people who work for them who spend all the 3 days with us asking whether we're okay, do we need something, is there anything we want sorted, and it just makes you feel valued and comfortable. With the Kenya Quilt Guild, they made sure they came every morning, checked with us. It was also a 3 days market. During the day, somebody popped to check how we are doing, to ask whether people are getting to our stand. And even at the door, they would tell people, we have other vendors at the back. When you finish seeing the exhibition of the quilts, please walk around and see what the vendors are selling. Things that add value to your investment in a market. Things that make you as a vendor feel valued by the hosts. Kenya Museum, and my, oh my, talk of people who know how to market their events. Hey? The Kenya Museum Society, those guys know how to market their events. We had huge traffic, and we had traffic of people who came because they knew there was a market. They were not just coming for other reasons. they came for the market. So they bought. So check with your host, do a background research before you register for a market and see how much marketing they do, because that's really, really important. That is how people are going to know there is a marketer and are going to come. Up and above your own marketing on social media, which you must do, let the host also be one that does good marketing. So now, finally, let's get into what to expect in 2025. I know a lot of you watching these videos are some of the people who we've been vending with as a community, and others are people who are looking to join the community to start doing markets next year. Crochet and Knitters Market will continue next year, and we will be there and we will accommodate as many as want to join, as many as want to come and vend, put their brands out there and sign up for pop-up markets. With the lessons that we have learned this year, expect to see different locations as Crochet and Knitters Market, so that we can also grow and expand our client base and also have more sales opportunities. What we have learned with just frequenting the same location is that we are limiting ourselves and closing ourselves up to just a certain demographic of people. Either it's the people who frequent this location or the people who just find it more comfortable, but we're not spreading our wings out there wide. We want to do that in 2025. So if you're looking to sign up with Crochet and Knitters Market, you will have an opportunity to have more locations and well-spaced markets that allow you to create more products and build your inventory and also venture in different locations. From me, as a vendor, as Yanli Gifts, I'm also I'm looking to space my markets, and I'm also looking to curate them with the seasons and certain niches. So I will not offer you the supermarket experience anymore in 2025. You're going to see something new, new setup, new products, and better display. So karibuni sana to the 2025 markets are going to be amazing. And with that, guys, 2024 comes to an end. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for shopping from me and shopping from vendors under Crochet and Knitters Market. Thank you so much for all the support from the hosts, the market hosts. Thank you so much to the vendors who have signed up with us in the year 2024. And I can only wish you a happy new year, a blessed 2025 filled with yarn. May your crochet hooks be the best this year. May you find cheaper yarn. May you make the best sales. And let's do it again in 2025. From me, Wamoyo, and the team at Crochet and Knitters Market, as well as my family, it is a big thank you. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more.